Hi, this is Jack Razumich with Razumich & Delamater, and today I want to talk with you about whether or not your case is important enough to hire an attorney. But before I do that, I'd like to remind you that if you have any questions about this video or have questions about another topic of law that we haven't covered, click the link below and that'll take you to a page where you can schedule your free case evaluation. Case evaluations are free and we're more than happy to sit down and answer your questions. So, is your case important enough to hire an attorney? Absolutely. Absolutely, your case is important enough to hire an attorney. There is no such thing as an unimportant criminal charge. Even if you're just charged with something that you think is relatively minor, like public intoxication or trespassing, you need to have an attorney with you to argue on your behalf. Unfortunately, we live in a society today where most people are about 3 degrees removed from the criminal justice system. And by that I mean either the person who's calling us has a previous criminal charge, or they know someone who's had a previous criminal charge, or they know someone who has a previous criminal charge. Now, those people will sometimes try to explain to you that you don't actually need to have an attorney because this case isn't important enough, or an attorney's going to cost a lot of money, or an attorney's not going to do anything for you anyway, so don't spend that money. They mean well, but they are absolutely not helping. When you're charged with a criminal offense, even a low-level offense, jail is still a possibility. Not every county has a jail crowding problem, and some counties are a little bit stricter with people who break the law in their jurisdiction. There's one county in Indiana that anyone who has a marijuana offense, for example, spends an entire weekend in jail. That's a serious consequence. Even if you don't have jail, you're going to have probation. Now, probation isn't cheap. You're going to have to pay fees for the probation. You're going to have to report at least once a month for a full year to probation. You're going to have to deal with random drug testing. Those things all add up as well. Sometimes those probations can even affect where you live or where you work. More importantly, there are extra consequences that most people don't realize with having a criminal conviction. Things like loss of housing benefits, loss of education benefits, loss of civil rights. There's an awful lot that you need to have an attorney there to help explain these things to you. So what value does an attorney do for you in a low-level case? Well, as I said a moment ago, we can explain the situation to you. We can make you understand how you happen to get charged with what you were charged with. We can explain to you what the evidence is, and we can help you to make the best decision for you and your family going forward. We can also negotiate for you with the prosecutor. A lot of cases do resolve by plea agreements. I'm not saying that your case will resolve by plea agreement. We certainly hope that the cases don't have to worry about plea agreements, but that is how a lot of them happen. Attorneys are better equipped to speak with the prosecutors about plea agreements. We have the training to review the facts of your case. We have the training to know what defenses might be available. And we actually have FaceTime with these prosecutors to say, hey, here's the facts. This is why we think this is an appropriate sentence. You don't have those benefits. If you just go into court, throw your hands up and say, I'm guilty, the prosecution may not ask for jail time, but you haven't given them a reason not to insist on at least a full year of probation, community service work, and all sorts of other consequences. In fact, the ability to have an attorney negotiate on your behalf is so important that the law requires judges to tell people who are pleading guilty without an attorney, you may want to hire an attorney. An attorney is better enabled to review the facts of your case for any potential defenses and to negotiate on your behalf with the prosecutor. That's why it's so important to have an attorney. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, there are obviously costs involved in hiring an attorney, which is why you want to make sure that whatever attorney you invest in for your defense is someone that you trust to handle the case properly. Set an appointment with them, talk to them, ask them about their qualifications. Now, we're not allowed to tell you win-loss records, but a good attorney is more than willing to sit down and tell you whether or not they've handled cases similar to yours before and what the results on those may have been. A great attorney is going to make sure that he sits down with you and answers your questions and you feel confident when you're done leaving. So that's why it's important to hire an attorney. I hope that you think that it's important as well. As I said, if you have any questions or you just want to ask, talk more, please click on the link, set a case evaluation. I'm more than happy to answer your questions and I look forward to the opportunity to help you.